Okay, here we've got our two Merlots. And I'm going to open them up for you. And what we're going to do is pour out a sample of each into these beautiful glasses. We're going to take a look at them, see if we notice any color differences, because if there are, it'll be significant. And we're going to smell them, see if there's any aroma differences. And we're going to taste them, feel them in our mouth, see if there's any textural differences and also flavor differences. So, all right, I think what I'll do is on the left, I'll pour a sample of the two vines from Columbia Crest. And on the other side of it, I'm trying to pour exactly the same so that they have the same kind of refraction of light. The best way to look at red wine is actually to put it in the glass and then point it away from you against a white surface and then look down through the glass. The wine on my left, as you can see, has less color, less depth of color than the wine on my right, which is the 2006. And just as Janelle suggested, a wine that has a little bit more age on it loses its color. But notice how deep, dark red, almost red-black, the wine on my right is. The reason that the Merlot on the right, the 2006, has such a really deep, dark, black, red color has to do a lot with the 45th parallel. That's because sunlight lasts longer at that angle, at that latitude, than it does at lower latitudes. And so sunlight creates redness in the pigments of the grape that turn later into the darkness of the wine. You will find that almost all Columbia Valley reds have really, really dark, saturated red-black color. Now we're going to smell the two wines. And here's what we do. I twirl them around. I can do a double twirl. 04, light, not a big aroma. Oh, 06, a lot of deep, dark red fruit flavors and aromas, and also a nice smell of wood, of oak aging, because it's been aged in barrels. This probably did not see much barrel time, so it doesn't have that oak smell. Let's taste them. Got to spit so I can keep my wits. Nice, light, easy, well aged. Boy, that's a mouthful right there. It's dark, deep, rich, heavy with fruit, lots of wood, lots of tannin. My mouth is kind of closing up because it's kind of, the tannins are kind of gripping it. It has a little bit more alcohol too. It's a little hotter. It's probably from very, very ripe grapes. When a wine gets older, it smooths out. Red wines, that is. And that's certainly the case with this 04. It's a lot smoother than this wine, which is younger. It's also not as saturated. It's not made in as expensive a way. It doesn't see any oak aging, or very little. And so it's going to be a smoother, more delicate flavor. It's what people might call a wedding wine. The kind of wine you can buy for a large group of people because almost everyone's going to like it because it's really easy. It goes down good, just like Mr. Pibb used to. This wine is wine for aging. It's a wine for serious wine drinkers. It would be great with a big steak, with a roast, with some full-flavored, creamy cheeses. Merlot actually is a strange wine because it goes well with a type of cheese that many, many kinds of wines that are red don't go well with, and that is a bloomy rind cheese like Brie or Camembert. For some reason, those kinds of cheeses turn a lot of red wines bitter, but Merlot doesn't suffer from that. So I would suggest also one of those bloomy rind cheeses. This wine will go with the same kinds of foods and weddings, and probably also with something really light like a sandwich or a salad or something really fresh and easy to eat like a picnic. It might even take a chill, which this one wouldn't.